Alrighty. So, not gonna be in the best. Give me just a second so that way we don't have echo. Alright, so just kind of a heads up for everybody. I'm definitely going to be a little bit more uncomfortable for this stream. My mic is glitching out, so I have to sit in a way where, like, my headphones and stuff aren't really in a comfortable spot. But just give me a few more minutes and we will start this up because I'm going to have some serious fun with this and I hope you guys too. So just give me just a moment. Alrighty. Let me know if you guys can hear me, if I'm too loud, too quiet. Sorry if you heard a bit of static earlier. I was trying to get my headphones to work. But and you're going to hear squeaking probably because I'm in a very squeaky chair. But if you guys want to know what's going on and why I haven't been streaming of late, it's like every time I go to say, I'm going to stream, I'm going to do this, and life kind of goes, fuck you. But I'm going to be, I'm going to have to stream like this for a while. I finally figured something out and hopefully it continues to work. But my extension cord, because my computer, I don't have a desktop. My computer's on a TV, so I use an extension cord to plug into my mic so that I could talk to you guys. And that extension cord is not cooperating right now, hence probably the static you heard earlier. So, and I'm sorry if that blew any of your guys' ears. So sorry for that. I was trying to figure it out and get it to work, and I don't know if it was. But, anyway. This will work for now. It's not the best solution, but it will work until I can actually get a better extension cord. But through me being sick, and also, which I finally got over, and after getting sick and finally being able to stream, my cord, like, completely bugged out. I can't even call my friends and stuff on Discord. So, but I'm going to use it this way. Hopefully this will work. It seems to be working. It seems to be picking up my mic. So, I mean, I guess it's going to work. Anyway, let's get to the fun part of the stream and not the hectic technical difficulties part. So, well, we are kind of starting, so I can now get rid of this. But right here I have a wolf that I need a story for one, because I made this wolf years ago. Not the Wolf Quest wolf, but the actual wolf OC of mine. I made it years ago, but I just couldn't figure out what kind of story to give this wolf, and I couldn't even figure out if this wolf was going to be male or female. But this wolf is named White Stripe. And I know it's kind of funny, the horse, why did I say horse? The wolf is full white and it's called White Stripe, but the actual wolf itself, this is not my art. You gotta go to DeviantArt to see this girl. Her name's like Ka something. I don't even know if you could do this maker anymore, but this is a maker. Let me quickly show you what this wolf is meant to look like. I tried to get it as close as I could to the actual wolf itself, but like there's only so close you can get to Wolf Quest wolves through a maker. But I have a lot of OC wolves, and I had randomized, and this is the wolf that I ended up randomizing. This is White Stripe. Now I thought about giving White Stripe a closed eye because I have the new DLC. But, and by the way, I was able to add something into White Stripe that's going to play a key part into his story. But, originally White Stripe was a female. But I decided to make him a male. White Stripe is literally the wolf you see before you. Here we go. That's a little bit better. This art is not me. The win, it's actually not a K, but the win little chat on the bottom, if you could see that, Windbane. Go check them out on DeviantArt. I don't want to get in trouble with them. This is their art. Go check out their art. I used this a long time ago. This is an OC of mine that I'm planning to draw and add a few adjustments to make it an official OC. But this is my OC. But White Stripe, I don't know why I didn't call him Black Stripe, but I called him White Stripe because of the stripe on his face. And I think my thought process was he's a white wolf with a stripe on his face, so I called him White Stripe. But I also made him as a pup. Let me get the pup image in there for you. This maker, I think it's by the same person. Oh, no, it's not. It's by it's at Doll Divine by Camaria, I think is how you pronounce it. Let me make it big so you can read the name for a sec. This is, White Stripe as a puppy. So, he is, just a white wolf in the game. And I think he is really freaking cute. I cannot wait to actually make a story of him. But before we get into the stories, that way I don't end up rambling on and on and on about this little section, I need to put this out there. And plus, this is my first, like, official gameplay of Wolf Quest, and I want to, actually get a story out there, get a family tree, all that good stuff. Now, I will be keeping an eye and track of the family tree, so you guys won't have to worry about that. But, one thing, oh, I'm going to point out real quick, I am streaming this in the morning, so you guys are probably really fucking confused right now. My streams are going to be, sorry, brain fart. My streams are going to be a little bit more irregular for a few, because I've tried the evenings. The evenings are starting to get a bit of a hassle to stream, and I'm going to try streaming in the mornings and afternoons for a while and see how that goes. So, I'm hoping it goes well. I'm hoping it works out. For anybody, oh, whoever gave me the like, thank you for the like. Whoever is enjoying the morning streams, let me know. I will try to still do an evening stream here and there for the people that can't really join in the mornings. But bright side, I save all of my streams so you can come back and come see the streams. But until I can actually get a legit, like, thing set in place, because it was going good for a while until things started happening and then things had to change. So, we're just going to see how this works. I don't know if I'm going to stream every day or a certain day. Honestly, I'm just going to stream when I'm able to stream. So, just keep an eye out on the channel so that way you can make it to these streams. There's a good chance from now on they're going to be either in the mornings or in the afternoons, sometimes in the evenings. So just keep an eye out on my channel, put on the notifications or whatever it's called, and see if you can get notified that I'm streaming, and if you're able to join. Now, into the wolf itself and my whole idea. My wolves, yes, it's going to have a realistic aspect to it, because this is the life of a wolf. We can't make it completely fantasy. But my wolves are going to be partly humanized, but also have a little bit of an elemental part, or a ability, is what I like to call it. I don't want to call it superpower, because it's not really a power, just the wolves have a heightened or special ability with them. So there's a little bit more of a fantasy and humanized story with my wolves. I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. But, do I have enough charge on my phone? I have 69. I should have enough for one stream to pull up the chat on my phone. But, White Stripe here, he doesn't really have any special abilities or anything like that. He's a pretty typical wolf. Now, the story I kind of, like, half-assed made for him in my head when I was creating him, back then, he is blind. But we can't really make a wolf fully blind in this thing, because then the wolf wouldn't be able to survive. So in this case, we're going to make him we're going to make something happen to him to cause him to be half blind. But one thing I am going to add, since I can't make him fully blind, I'm going to make his eyesight not the best. He wasn't the best wolf when it came to eyesight in the pack. He was not even a scout. He couldn't even really hunt with it. He was mainly left to take care of the pups. So, let me just make sure that you guys don't hear my stream echo. There we go. So, and if my voice gets loud and quiet and everything else in between the stream, I'm sorry. I'll try to adjust it if needed. I might lower it a little bit. But, I can see the chat if you guys, like it says in the bottom, suggest names in the chat and in the comments. It can be wolf mate names, it can be puppy names, all that good stuff. Please suggest it in the chat. You can even suggest themes, like a theme for a litter or something. But, let me just kind of turn my mic down a little bit, just in case if I get really close to my mic. Hang on, I might be able to fix this, just by a simple thing. There we go. Hopefully now I'm not so freaking loud. Alright. Now, I'm going to read this stuff. This is going to be the only time I read this, so if you want to hear me read the beginning stuff, please look at this part. And if you are watching in later parts and you have been a person that has watched the first part, and there's a newer person being like, what about this? Why aren't you reading this? Refer to them to the first part. Because I'm not reading this constantly, because I am not good at reading out loud. But, finding a new pack. You are a gray wolf, born in Northern Range, Yellowstone National Park. You've learned the ways of a wolf in your birth pack. Now, I'm just gonna kind of cut in real quick. White Stripe was not born in the Northern Range of Yellowstone. I don't think it's imported, but he was transferred to Yellowstone to repopulate. Now that you're 2 years old, it's time to venture out on your own to find a home and start a family of your own. Well, White Stripe, he was originally going to leave himself anyway and find his own path in life. Because, one moment. But, you guys need to wait. You guys are being a pain. Okay? You need to wait. But he originally ventured off because he got bullied a lot. He was not well, like, fit into the pack. And in that pack, their alpha is Rosella, which is another character of mine that's most likely not going to be in this series. But Rosella tried to make him feel like he was a part of the pack. He just didn't. So he went up and went like, you know what, I'm going to go start my own pack. I'm going to start a family of my own and see how it works out. So he was on his venture to go find a new place. He got captured and brought to Yellowstone. It's a very rough backstory, but over time it'll get there. But right now is the start of his new life. As a new arrival here in Lamar Valley of Yellowstone, you must learn how to hunt the prey animals here, mostly elk, but also mule deer and moose. You'll have to become a good hunter before you can persuade another wolf to become your mate. Complete the quest by killing 2 elk. You'll find them up here on the mountain slopes and ridges above the Lamar Valley. Later on in the fall, they'll move down to the valley. Review goals and quests by pressing J. Now, I'm playing on computer through keyboard. I've tried playing through a controller. It's not really my type of thing. But here's what we're working with. I believe the little dot means that this is the main part of the place. Like their den site, so to speak. But, if you hear that stuff, that's me spotting flies because it's that time of year. But this is what we got to work with. We gotta find ourselves some food. So White Stripe, I don't know if you noticed, but this boy has a crooked tail. He was just kind of born with it. He doesn't know why he has it. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got some elk over here. Let's go ahead. And if you see lag spikes, sorry, it's the game loading in. But let's go. We're not really close because we're not getting a ton of scent markers right now. Oh, we got some bison. So he'd probably check them out, be like, okay. What are you? Are you food? They would charge him. He would kind of be like, nope, I'm not doing that shit. Growling a little bit of annoyance and anger, and move on. To try to find his food. Because clearly these guys are not his food. Now this... How did he get a jaw injury even though this fucker rammed into his side? So we don't, get any slow or eating with our jaw injury, but we do have a minor, like, strength reduction, which it's not really, too bad because he does have more strength than most wolves. That's where his, he may not be able to see well, but he's really fast and really strong. So, let's hope we can bring down an elk with his injury. But there's a good chance that we might need to sleep and rest. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming this. I'm going for only about 2 hours. Okay. Yes, he would get curious about the other scents, but after being attacked, he would be like, nah, I don't feel like fighting these guys. He would smell the rabbit and be like, for easy meal. Yum. So now, White Stripe technically made his first kill here in Yellowstone. You would see the bear. Now, where he's from, he's seen bears. He knows not to mess with them. He knows how to fight them and fend them off from, like, pups and stuff. But if he's alone or it's a male bear, oh, look, there's the herd. He knows not to bug it. He knows to leave it be because he doesn't have anything to protect. So there's no point in fighting the wolf. Alright. Now, White Stripe does have experience hunting. It's just not really the best thing he's at. Okay. He would seek out the most one that left the herd. That one's pretty strong, so he'd back off. I'm trying to, like, make a story out of this. It's gonna take a while to practice. Okay, there's one, like, veering off constantly on this side. Not you. Nope, nope, nope. That one right there. That's the one I'm heading towards. It's still pretty strong. What about... Ooh, this one's having trouble keeping up. Let's see. There we go. Nice weak elk for us to kill. So we have to be careful with our jaw injury, just because it can go from minor to not so minor. But I'm confident White Stripe will be able to take on this elk, and he's confident that he'll be able to take it on, so. Catches it off guard, bites it on the neck. Kicks him once in the face. And he still continues to bite at it. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a major jaw injury at this point. He's taken quite some blows to the head. Ow. Alright. If we can get the deer to lay down in between bites, then we're good. Hi, I'm thinking in a name. Soka, hello! Nice of you to join. And if you have any ideas for names, feel free to put them in and I will put them on a list. Okay, did we get any major? No? He's still pretty good. He managed to tough out. That strength reduction, though, really kind of made it difficult for him to hunt and kill. Now, White Stripe has the attitude of, I need to protect anything that's mine. He's kind of a hoarder, so to speak. So, he would literally grab a chunk to lay with, just in case if he needed to run. Because he's experienced. Surprisingly enough, he is more willing to get into a fight than most of the wolves he knows, even though he has birth defects. So, and I think it's because of all the bullying and stuff that convinced him to be like, yeah, I need to actually fight and take care of myself. Alright, we're having a sleep. We hunted an elk. We might need to hunt another one before we can get a mate. We haven't quite proven ourselves to the wolves in the shadows. Alright, fully healed, just a bit hungry, but it's raining. His sight is already poor. We got some coyotes. Coyotes are just a pest to him. He's grown up, and the males in his pack have had quite... Almost looks like I had a hook tooth for a second. The males in his pack have grown to actually be quite big and lethal. But he's not afraid of coyotes. His main worry would probably be bears or cougar, because he's not really the big bad wolf of the place. He's definitely a lot more picked on because of his defects. Alright. Well, we do have an elk herd, so he would leave the wolves be, the coyotes, let them go eat whatever's left, because he's not going to eat that whole carcass on his own, and he would go and try to hunt another deer. Because clearly he has not proved himself enough to the outsider wolves that have been looming in the shadows right out of sight for him. He could blend in with this rock really well. We might make that a thing he eventually learns. Alright. But, now he could hunt a mule deer. He has the speed for it. But, he already brought down one elk, and he wasn't even at full health. He feels confident enough that he can bring down another one. Maybe even a one that's a little bit stronger. So he's gonna go down and try to find the elk herd. Alright. We are in pack territory. We've probably been in pack territory. But, he's definitely a lot more wary. Because, I mean, the last pack he was in, yes, it was big, but it was his own pack. They were pretty well protected because they were big. But he's alone. He doesn't have any pack mates to protect him, so he has to be very cautious right now. He just wants food, and then he's gonna leave. He's probably gonna grab the food and hunt it real quick. Oh, there's the herd. He's probably gonna grab the food and hunt it real quick before, and then just leave. He doesn't want to risk anything. He doesn't want to take a risk and sleep in a freaking territory marker, so. And he doesn't even want to take the risk to drain it. Oh, and to tell you what mode this is on, just to start it off, we are starting this off on easy mode. But over time, the more I play and the more we get into this series, the higher the difficulty will become, and you guys could even put in challenges for the wolves that they have to meet before they pass away or before we move on from them. So, alright. So he's being kind of cautious from last time because he took quite a injury, and he still has this so-called injury. The unbright side of this wolf quest and the other one is you can't see if you're downwind or not. So he would probably, oh, I think that's a fox. Oh, they're spooking. He definitely would not go after a buck. He's looking for the female that's kind of like struggling a little bit. And he's gonna pick off a little bit of a weaker female. Just because he's not... There we go. This is more of his style. He has a risk of getting injured, but he's willing to take that risk right now. Okay, he's running out of energy, so he's gonna let it build up for a second. He might have to give up this hunt. We don't know if this is the one because he kind of lost the herd along the way, so he's just gotta hope. Oh, nope, here we go. So he's got to try to bring this elk down before they go too deep into the territory. So he's willing to take a risk to hurt himself in order for some extra food. That yelps is him still kind of getting used to the fact of being injured. Because he's sitting here like, this hurts, but I need the food. Catches it off guard. Now he learned from last time. He learned not to risk it and to back off after he couldn't hold on anymore. And it's done. His second elk has been killed. Stronger elk, he's proud of himself. Now, just because he's a little prideful right now and he doesn't know any better, well, You've learned the basics of hunting. Keep improving your skills. You'll be an excellent hunter and keep your pups alive in the spring. Find a mate. Winter is coming, so it's time to start looking for a mate. Out there, you'll find dispersal wolves like yourself who have been left their family pack in search of a mate to start a new pack with. If you venture into other pack territories, you'll meet wolves who will fiercely defend their territory, and some who you might be able to persuade to leave their pack and become your mate. So, White Stripe is not, I know how to find a mate, but White Stripe is not the type of wolf to go in and try to take a pack member as a mate. He would definitely look for more of the dispersal wolves on the outskirts of the packs. He wants a more cautious mate, but because he's prideful right now, he'd give it a good howl. If this is his second kill, he knows that wolves are here, and after howling, he'd realize, oh shit, these wolves are probably hearing that and coming to me right now. So I better get the fuck out of here. Ooh, when we hunted this elk pretty dang close to the border too. So right now he's probably just gonna run out this way and try to get out of here right now. As fast as he can. With a nice little meat chunk with him in case he needs something to eat. Yeah, we have some Lamar pack over here that we have to be careful of. Because they have howled back and they probably know that we're here, so we better get the fuck out of here. It's gonna be a bit of a run before we can get out. Now, of course, a real life wolf would not be running for this long, but our wolf, he has the speed, which I think his ability, since he doesn't really have good sight right now, his ability is more in reliance of speed. He has a lot more speed than most of the wolves, which can be a downside because of his defects. He would be a great hunter if it weren't for it, but his defects have heightened a lot more of his stuff, so he has heightened speed in case he needs to get away or chase something down, which works in his favor when it comes to hunting or getting away. Now, right now, he'd think, oh, I've been running for a while, maybe I can take some rest. But nope, he hears those howls, he's like, okay, they might be close by, what can I do? I can't just keep running right now. I need to find a spot to hide. So he would actually try to find a rock to blend into. So he would find this rock, he would sit down and try to act as still as possible. And look out to see if any wolves were on their way, and that he needed to run, but he just needs a few moments to take a breather before running again. Now, I am going to actually make this into partly a story, so this is going to be fun. I'm not going to put it in his bio here. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, look, you can actually see their gray genetics in here. That's cool. I didn't even notice that they put the genetics in there. It's either recent or I've just been too blind to notice, and that's pretty dang cool. Yeah, his wakefulness is almost 50 right now, so he's starting to get pretty tired, and with his jaw injury, he's not feeling too well to fight a wolf right now. If it was one wolf, he'd be a little bit more willing, but, like, he doesn't want to take that risk. After a little bit, he starts to relax. Starts thinking to himself, like, maybe the wolves aren't coming. Maybe I didn't alert them to my position. Or maybe my blending is working out for me and I probably look like a tall rock. Now, I can guarantee you this is what wolves do in the wild. They blend like this. And they blend so well. Let's see, he's just gonna stay here and curl up as if he was a teeny little rock. Now he might do another howl to get a position where they're at, and then stay hidden. Oh, we got another wolf. Do we have a possible dispersal nearby? Okay, we have a herd. Oh, we have our pack here in the back. So he would hear the pack howl. He would kind of get up and be like, okay, is it here? Am I in danger? This is the part that sucks for me. I don't have good ears, and the wolves do. So clearly there's another wolf that's not a part of this pack that's nearby. Or at least has a strong enough howl to make it sound like he's nearby. Oh. I think we have some stranger wolves here. Oh no, it's a scent post. Oh, nope. So, wolf came up on him when he was least expecting it. He's sitting there like, oh shit, I'm in danger. I need to get the fuck out of here. This is probably the wolf that was howling earlier, and that was close by. I shouldn't have howled. I should have just kept my mouth shut. Now, right now, since he's far enough ahead, he would probably try to run and blend and see if that would work. But we know in Wolf Quest that's probably not going to work, so we better just keep running, especially because we are in view of this fucking wolf chasing us down. And there's not a lot he can blend on, so he's just better off running out of the territory. Okay, he'd probably try to blend in with this tree and just sit down. He'd find out it didn't work and run the fuck off. So yep, that was the freaking wolf that he heard after hearing that howl. Now, I've had a few prideful wolves, and they would howl back or try to go back in and pick a fight, just to kind of throw the wolves off. But White Stripe's kind of used to being taunted. He's used to all this, so he would just keep going. He missed out on his meat chunk because he was being a little too clueless. So right now, he's probably going to go a good way away from the pack territory and find somewhere to blend, because blending worked for him until he completely ruined it, and probably just hide out until some more wolves come. He would love to have a dispersal of his own to hunt with, a female that doesn't judge him on his defects. He sees this nice big rock over here, and he's like, okay, this would probably be a good spot to hide. So he lays down, trying to get himself as close to the rock as he can, and he decides to take a nap after that long fiasco. Oh, they actually close their eyes now. I don't know if that was a thing before, but I think eventually, like, whenever I'd have the wolves rest, their eyes would be, like, wide open. It's probably been a thing, and I haven't noticed it till now. I'm taking a screenshot of that, because that was adorable. Alright. So right now, he woke up. He's not going to get up and go off right away, because he's not sure if there's any friendly wolves nearby, because there are other males trying to find mates just like him. So he would notice no wolves are here, so he'd probably take a nice sniff and see if there's any food or any wolves that he could possibly take in. He notices there are no wolf scents, so gives it a nice howl. Which, actually, we're going to pause real quick for my sake, and we're going to turn up the game volume. So that way I can actually hear these wolves howl back. Nearby howls all the way up. I'll turn the animal sounds down a little bit. The ambient nature sound. Just going to turn those down. Interface sounds. I really want to see those howls, which is why I'm turning these down a little bit. Okay. Nearby howls. I want to hear this stuff. So. Okay, let's listen. Alright, we have some wolves here around this way. So this one seems closer. We're going to head over here. We have somebody with a high-pitched howl and somebody with a low howl. So since the high-pitched howl seems closer, he's just going to go ahead and start running straight over here for a little bit and see if he sees anything. Okay, we got some pack mates howling as well. Oh. Okay, this is a rabbit. He'd probably give it another howl. He's not in the packs areas, so he's just trying to be... There we go. He's still over here. We still have a wolf over here. It even seems even closer. So we're just going to keep going while they're howling. He's going to take this opportunity and be like, I want you. I want you as my mates. Where are you? Oh. Nope, that's not a wolf. So right now, he's trying to go and find this supposed wolf that he wants to become his future mate. Okay, there's a coyote right there, so you'd think, oh, maybe it's the coyote that howled and not the wolf. So, he's going to give it another howl. See if he can get a response. Alright. Alright, so the one that was howling before is kind of far. But the lower howl wolf is still nearby, so he's just going to keep running. Keep on running and hope that he runs into this other wolf. Okay. We're not here to hunt, we're here to find a wolf. So he's looking... Oh, female dispersal. We got a female dispersal nearby, so let's keep following her. Oh, we got paw prints, and it looks like she was maybe chasing the mule deer. So we're just going to keep going and hope that we can find her. Dispersal wolves ahead. One more dispersal wolf is just ahead. One or more dispersal wolves are just ahead. They are also looking for a mate. Show your interest. Here we go. Let's see who had the howl before. So it looks like one is being tracked by humans. And the other one, not so much. Who's a howler here? Oh, no? Okay, so this one has more diversity than that one. So, I honestly want a bigger litter, so, and I kind of... He would probably go for the easiest wolf, honestly. So, he'd do a play bow, see who would come over, and give him a nice response. He would maybe give it a nice little roll, see if they would come over. Major injury healed. So now that he's healed and he's able to show that he's better, maybe these wolves would be a lot more willing to... Oh! Okay, so maybe he's actually tried more. Oh. So he's just kind of going to inch his way over to this wolf and do a play bow. And be like, hey, I want to play. Let's have some fun. Courtship. You have convinced these wolves to get to know you better. Emote more. Alright, so we have this wolf. He's showing he's confident. It looks like he's also got a crooked tail. Ooh, she has like a turquoise shell pattern. Alright, but she doesn't seem to be showing any interest in him. So we're going to go for this one. Okay, we're going to give him a confident tail wag. Oh, nope, now she's here. So it's whoever he can convince the most. So he's going to give them both a tail bow. Or a bow. Yep, there they both go. Alright, so since this one gave it back, he's going to see if this mate would be a lot more playful. Oh, she's averting her gaze. Maybe we can do a lick face. Maybe she'll accept that. No? She seems to be into that. It's a reaction. I don't know what that wide stance means, so if anybody could let me know. Maybe I'll figure it out over time. There we go. Look at her. So she's a submissive, playful type, but she also seems very cautious compared to some. Let's do a nice sniff. A sniff sniff. This other wolf is trying to get her attention, but I mean, he's been trying to get that wolf's attention for a little while and it hasn't been listening. Okay, maybe a play bow. There we go. Okay, she's getting pretty confident with him. Maybe a lick. A lick licky. There we go. So there's a good chance it's going to be his mate. If you guys have any ideas for names, please let me know. Maybe another tail wag. Oh, so they can interact with each other. That's interesting. So she's 4 years old. So just a year or so older than him. Okay, maybe chin rest. Oh, she has a white spot on her belly. That's cute. Okay, give it a second. A play bow. Play bows seem to be working. No. Tail wag. Oh, we possibly have a mate right here. Alright. Progress. You've made an impression on this wolf. Now hunt and socialize together for several days. So you can learn about each other's personality and abilities. You'll gradually increase your affinity. When it's full, you can decide on becoming our mates. So basically, this wolf is now our wolf. For now. We're going to see if she's cautious, more bold. I'm going to give her a tail wag. Alright, so maybe we can go on a nice hunt. They were originally chasing down some mule deer, but maybe he can impress her and be like, hey, I know how to hunt deer. So I'm going to show you how to hunt some actual deer. I may be partly blind, but I can hunt. I can provide for our pups, so to speak. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum-bum. And I think it's here she would see the speed. Now, if we don't get a recommended name, I'm probably just gonna come up with my own. There we go. We got an elk herd now. Ooh, she ran right in. So he's gonna do what he does best and rile up the herd. Maybe even give enough calf a bite real quick. Oh. He doesn't want to go after baby. He wants to go after mama. So he would honestly probably go after an adult and be like, hey, I can bite any of you. I can, like, let's go. I'll even fight mama bear here. Let's go. So after biting the female, he would honestly just go after it. Major injury, bruised jaw, or minor. Mate suffered a minor injury. Alright, she's gonna bite onto it still. She's clearly a very confident wolf. But she's also being very careful on the fact of how much she's biting. Okay. He would kind of back off, see what his mate would do. be like, are you gonna help me hunt, or are you just gonna sit around? And it seems like she's gonna help him hunt. So he's gonna come in, let her take a break while he brings the elk down. And boom. First successful hunt. Courtship. Well done. This wolf is impressed with your strength and hunting skills. Will this be your mate? Do you want to be their mate? He's probably impressed, and honestly, he'll probably take any mate he can get. She can seem to take care of herself. And he sees this collar and probably just thinks it's a funny thing she's wearing, so they have something to relate about. So, yes. Now, what are we gonna call? Did you get a 4-star diversity mate? But you've gotten a new mate. Give him a name. So, if any of you are still watching the stream, I will give you a minute or two to think of a name for our new mate. Oh, 3 likes. Thank you. Alright. Alright, so I would say, since his name is White Stripe and she has the spot on her chest, we should call her, like White Spot or something. I know that's an obvious name, but I want to call her something with, like, including that spot. What about... we can go her, like, Black Dot. We can go her White Heart. Because that spot is in the... normally where her heart would be. So her name will be Whiteheart. You've started a new pack with your mate. Now you're ready to establish territory and start a family of your own. Journey to Silicrup. There isn't enough unclaimed space here in Lamar Valley for you and your mate to carve out a territory. Travel northwest and find an unoccupied turf. Head for the gold star on the map of the compass. Alright, so we can't eat right now, and she's gonna go, I think, grab a chunk off for herself. But, we're gonna grab a chunk, and Whiteheart looks like she wants to go. So, because of our minor injuries to the jaw, and I have slower eating, so we're probably honestly gonna rest before we decide to establish a territory. Hang on, I'm trying to check how long the stream's been going. About an hour, so we can go a little bit longer. Alright, so. Plus the long part is really the pups, so he'd probably kinda step away from the carcass and take this time to rest and try to recover before going to grab pups. He's staying away from the carcass because they don't really need it. They're full. Alright. He healed up like health-wise, but he still has his injury, and so does his mate. So he'd probably wake up, eat a chunk of his meat, leave the rest for his mate, and be like, hey, go eat. I think we can tell her to go eat with a wind. Look at her. She's like, there's a big thing over here. We can just eat here. So she's kind of teaching him what she knows. She's had previously, probably had a litter, and is a little bit wiser than he is right now. And he's probably sitting here like, well, I'm the male. Now they do need to rest a bit more, but they're probably going to go ahead and start making part of their journey. Just wants to keep her all nice and happy, so he's going to grab a chunk and they're going to head out. So we're probably going to head over to the open field, and then before we actually hit the open field to run, we're going to rest there. Maybe we'll recover between now and then. But I mean, I don't think he will, because he's got a big chunk of meat in his mouth while he's running. So just go and see what we got. Bumping into trees and everything. Bum 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 bum. So once he gets down this slope, he's probably going to take a break and rest. She'll probably see it and respond. Yep. Okay, she gave a confident tail to us, so. Just keep going. Keep going. So they're almost at the bottom of the hill. All those rocks. So he'd probably look at that and be like, I could have blended there. That'd be a perfect place to hide out. But because he has a black mate now, he would probably be like, yeah, but my mate probably would not be able to blend into that. So best bet that we just move on. She'd be better off just being in the woods and blending there. So he'd see this rock and be like, ooh, perfect spot for me to blend. She can go hide by a tree. Yep, there she goes, hiding by a tree. Oh, did she kill something? Yeah, I think she probably like killed a rabbit or something. So he would literally sleep here before making the final burst to where they're gonna go make their pups. Now, I don't know if we're gonna get to the part where we can make pups in this episode, but I can tell you that it's definitely the second episode of not this one. Hi, Nima. Puppies? The pups? Alright, after the rest, yes, him and his mate are fully healed, but they still have minor injuries. They just have to hope that it heals on their way back, so. They gotta run in here, hope they don't encounter any of the stranger wolves, and just go. He's gonna rely on rocks. His mate is kind of a sore thumb in this area, so they have to rush a little bit. Maybe she can hide behind rocks while he blends in and keeps an eye out. She can hunt that. You're not gonna hunt the rabbit? You're not hungry? Okay. Another rabbit. Alright. So, there is eventually going to be a wolf that's like friends with the rabbits or doesn't really like rabbits, so it's not going to hunt them, which will make it a lot more difficult to play that wolf, but I think it'll be an interesting gameplay. Look at that. That's really pretty. Wolf has really pretty skies. Now, I don't have max graphics on. Imagine what this would look like with maxed graphics. Might actually try putting max graphics on at some point and show you guys what it looks like. I actually prefer the lower graphics. So, we got a beaver. So you'd look at the beaver and be like, oh, what's this? Now, he would not hunt it. He would be very wary of it. But then he'd see it bite his mate, and he's sitting there like, oh, okay, this fucker is trying to hurt my mate. I'm going to kill it. So he would go in and grab a bite and be like, hey, no sir, no sir, you're not getting away. You hurt my mate. The beaver would bite his mate, and he would be like, nope, you're not doing that. And he'd kill it. Hi, Nima. The puppets. Alright. And then he'd grab a bite of it and be like, oh, this is delicious. Oh, he can actually pick up the whole beaver. Oh my god, that's actually really cool. I wonder if, like, pups in the future can actually eat beavers. But he would take this beaver with him and take it all triumphantly and like say, hey, look at me. I killed this thing. I killed a beaver. Now, kind of the story I have for the Lamar pack, since they are kind of in the beaver-like area, my story is a little bit that they actually have experience hunting beavers. Why is she carrying that off to, like, I was about to say, don't carry it off to the water. We have a howl. Him unknowingly would howl back and be like, okay, where did that come from? Maybe I can get them to respond. Alright, we got some wolves across the water. Yeah, that's it. I think that was our wolf. Did you eat the whole thing? I think she ate the whole freaking beaver carcass. Okay, at least it was put to use. Oh, but we got two other pack wolves right there. I think they're actually just right across the water. No, those are rocks. We got a beaver right here. If you get curious, just kind of see what it looks like while it swims. And he would actually wait to see if it comes up on the shore, so that way he could hunt it. Be like, that other beaver was really delicious. Maybe I could take that over and we can give it to the pups. Not knowing that pups take a while, and his mate would be like, hey, it's gonna be a while. We're not gonna be having pups for a while, so grabbing a beaver now would be a waste. So just leave the beaver alone. She would teach him a lot of, like, not wasting food and being very careful. He would see this beaver and be like, ooh, I'm gonna give it a bite. His mate would join him and be like, fine, I guess we can have a little snack. The beavers aren't taking a bite into him, only his mate, so he's probably sitting there like, okay, maybe they're not going to bite me because I'm a bigger wolf. Every time it bites his mate, though, he goes right in for the kill. And she still has a minor injury, too. So he'd pick this up and be like, yes, we're taking this with us now. Which gives him practice for hunting in the future. So they're pretty much to the point where the X is right across the river. So this is where he has to make the choice of, yes, he wants to keep his beaver, but he can't. So what he should probably do is honestly whittle down this pack's marker and then probably go from there. So what he might do is go and find a spot to cross And oh, and this is where he would lose his carcass and be like, well, guess we're not bringing eating beaver. Alright, so he would use this moment to get rid of their territory marker. And he would do it fast because these wolves are nearby and he knows it. Your minor injury healed. So now, because he's all healed, he has to wait for his mate to heal. And they want to be by the spot that they're going to go by, so he is literally... His mate, she doesn't blend as well, but she definitely blends a lot better to gray than in, like, the brown. So, he would probably be a better chance blending, like, over there. But he's going to stay by this and try to sleep before the wolves come in. Get those nice sleepy sleeps in. And his mate has healed. Now that they're both healed and ready to go get on the journey of starting up their family, without any worries about injury, he would head straight over to the area. We got bears. He would probably cross anyway, because honestly, he doesn't have a choice. Alright. Now we can go to Silver Creek and begin our journey there. Alright. How long has the stream been going? We got about an hour, 20 minutes in, so we'll keep going, and maybe we can at least find a den and start the pups before the next episode. Now, because the stream took a second to set up, I might do a little bit of extra few minutes after 2 hours, but I'm not going to exceed like 2 hours, 30 minutes, or anything like that. This is taking a second to load. Just gotta wait a second. No, Nima. My wolf quest does this every now and then. It takes a bit to load me in, and it pulls a not responding on the top of my thing, so on the top of my actual tab. So it just takes a few minutes, and it should load us in. So It's starting to load. That's a good sign. There we go. Alright, so luckily it pauses this during it. So, a wolf's life is about one thing, passing on its genes to the next generation. All else, from hunting elk and defending a territory, drives towards a single goal. You and your mate survive the hazards of the wilderness long enough to meet each other and form a bond, and survive the winter. Now you could try to realize this goal. As with pups of your own, you and your mate will become a breeding pair, sometimes called alphas, of your pack. Their survival and the survival of your genetic code will be your responsibility. Even all the dangers you have faced reach this point. Your real struggle has only just begun. Ain't the game telling the truth on that one? I'm not looking forward to eventually playing this on, like, realistic mode. Establish your territory. You and your mate are expecting pups. You must now carve out your own territory here, in the hills and the meadows of Slough Creek. Later, just before your pups are born in 2 months, you must find a good den within your territory. Other packs are also expecting pups, so they are establishing and expanding their territories too. You need to make sure you claim enough spaces to create a safe buffer to protect your vulnerable pups from them. And it's just telling me how to mark. So, in this case, luckily with this one, I can pause it this way. This is all of our land. I played this enough to kind of have an idea of what I'm going to set up for territories, but I haven't exceeded, at most, I've had 16 or 17 spots. One of these days, we're going to have a wolf that has a certain amount of territory markers, which is going to make it very interesting. Alright. Woo! 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 Alright. Okay. She's going around. Yep, there we go. I don't like to make my territory markers across the water, so we're going to cross it. Because that is definitely not something I want to do. Alright, so. The whole point is pee twice. And once you pee twice, it gets you up 55. What I like to do is I'll pee, then howl once or twice, and move on. And thanks to my mate, she will bring it up a lot more. And see, we have 75, about to have like 80, I think. See? And now we have 85. So she brings it up by 10, just like me, and it honestly helps a lot. So we're going to go over here. God, it's bright. Look at that. So bright. We're also going to try to find something to hunt along the way. We're gonna howl twice. Alright. You gonna howl? Nope. Alright, so this is one that she's not gonna howl in, so this one's gonna be a bit lower. Nope, let's go this way. We're gonna take a hard turn right here. Yep, right here. So she is helping out, just in her own way. Alright, now we're gonna head over here. Got a coyote. Now he'll probably leave the coyotes and stuff alone unless they get a little too close to his den, then he'll deal with them. Now I want to be careful of using that second howl when we have pups, because that's going to cause our mate to come. Yeah. Now we got quite a few territories to do, so we're probably going to head over here since this is closer. Just kind of like angle ourselves this way and go that way, so. Nearby den. So it's basically just telling me a den's nearby. You can find them through set view, which when it's really bright in the snow, that's the easiest bet. And you just watch your marker on the top of, right under your little compass. And the darker it gets, the more likely you are close. I kind of already have an idea of where this den is. So, nope, here we go. So we got one den. Hello, albino. Nice of you to join. Look at that bright sky. Like, that's so pretty right now. Alright. I could have gotten her to howl. Oh well. We're gonna go this way. This way, this way, this way. Oh, we got a den nearby. Den. Think I know what den this is. No? Oh, wait, it's the one at the hill. This den is really difficult to get, especially in the snow. Because, see, it's getting darker. And darker. It's this. That's your den. Yeah. If it was on max graphics, it'd be even prettier. But I have it on low graphics, and I will explain why later. Food! Alright, hello is my mate. She's at 48, I'm at 49. I'd prefer, and this would be White Stripe because he's a sweet soul, he would feed his mate before he fed himself. Because she's the one feeding and eating for multiple than just herself. So, alright, she ate that. Now, if you kill something, mark, or howl, it gives you a territory if it's not already claimed. So she's gonna mark instead of howling. There we go. There we go. We're gonna let her finish that howl. So we're probably gonna mark here and here, which will bring us up to 8, then 9, 10, and I believe 11, 12, 13, and maybe 14 down here, and then 15 up there. Alright. This is just the kind of tedious part of the game, is you have to run around and mark your actual territory. And the other game, it's a lot easier, because you could just spam the P button, so. Alright, we're gonna go over here. Kinda gotta slant this way so we can get the other one pretty quickly. Luckily, his speed makes up a lot for his stamina. There we go. Alright. Well, right now, there are multiple goals in the game. And if you... Oh, another one. if you saw me playing earlier, now of course he's gonna feed her, but if you saw me playing earlier in the game, there's multiple goals and it just depends. But at first, our overall goal is to find a mate. Right now, our overall goal is to take care of our pups, raise our pups, and have them continue on the generations. But that big goal is set by little goals. So right now, our current goal is to get 15 markers of territory so that way we can have our pups. So right now the goal is to get territory, which I'm going to try to get it all and get the pups out before the end of the stream. This way. Oh, wait, we need to mark first. Bup, bup, bup. If you were here earlier, you might have been able to name our mate, but if you have any name suggestions for our pups, feel free to put them in the chat, or if in the future, the comments, because I have a little paper where I'm going to write down all of the names that are suggested that I find. Okay, we got a den nearby. Maybe we can find it. I know this is like a fox den. I'm waiting for it to either get brighter or darker. Okay, it's getting brighter, so back over here. Maybe more this way. Okay, not at all that way. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we can continue on. And we need at least 5 dens along with our territory in order to continue on, which the route I take, it's really easy to find those dens. But I can't go the route every single time, so after playing this a certain amount of times and stuff, I'm gonna have to start doing challenges and stuff, which is gonna make the game more interesting and more likely for people to play, so. And watch, so. Plus, it does eventually get boring if you just keep doing the same old thing. Alright, so we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, we need 15. So we're going to try to get 15 down here. If not, we're going to go back up here. So right now we need to go this way. Oh, we got some mule deer. So we need to actually hunt. And thanks to White Stripe's increased speed, a mule deer should be no problem for him. Especially because we lucked out on a weak one. So this is their food. Now he finally gets the reward of taking care of his mate and feeding her before himself. He finally gets the reward of feeding himself. Now he has to feed himself pretty quick because his mate will end up eating everything if he doesn't. Okay, now he's habit of him. He's gonna grab a chunk. Mate is full. Let's go. Now, I would mark that, that body of meat, but it's so low and the birds, foxes, coyotes, whatever come around are gonna end up pecking it off anyway, so there's no point in marking it. If it was like a deer or if the mule deer had more than half the amount of meat, then I would, but so White Stripe remembers his occurrence with Bison last time. He ended up getting an injury from him, so he's just gonna move on and leave them be. White Stripe's like, nah, I'm not doing that. That is way too risky. Oh, yeah, we need to put this down. Oh, I hear a slight howling in the background. Alright, are you gonna howl again or pee? No? Alright. So, we're gonna go back down. Kind of this way. I kind of memorized this area a little bit. Ooh, wolf battle? Yes, we should be. Because in multiplayer, I normally fast forward it because a lot of my friends are busy. But, oop, den. But because it takes around 5 hours for us to complete a puppy session, it only takes about an hour for you to find a mate. I believe this... Nope, it's not over there. I'll get that piece of territory in a second. Oh, maybe we can just go ahead. But we should encounter some stranger wolves that try to hurt our pups. So we'll definitely have a wolf battle. As much as White Stripe wants to avoid a wolf battle, he knows he's going to have to fight off wolves at some point in his life. And he'd just prefer to evade and avoid, and he can't really do that with pups around, so... Now we need to find that den. Oh, it's getting darker over here. Possibility it's over here. The moment it gets lighter, I'm going to turn my butt around and go the other way. Yep. Turning my butt around and going the other way. Let's go. Maybe a little bit more slanted this way. Now, luckily, I'm hoping not. Oh, here we go. Hopefully, the wolf battles in single player are still not overwhelming, because sometimes wolf battles in multiplayer, instead of getting like 2 or 3 wolves to fight, you get like 4 or 5. Oh, she just tried to play. Let's give our mate some attention. I mean, she's been really patient with us lately. Let's give her a nice little chin wrist. Well, if you keep an eye on the stream when you come back, and you keep watching through, I'll let you know if there's a wolf battle on Discord. And that way you can come back and continue watching later on when the stream's done. But thank you for joining, Albino, and I will see you later. Okay, we're gonna keep going this way. I believe we found... Yeah, we found 4 dens, and there is one particular den that I want to get before we end this off, because there's this one den that I'm just really comfortable with starting at first. Oh, there's this one, and I believe I know where this one is to some extent. I believe it's like down here somewhere. I know it's down the slope somewhere. I just gotta remember where. Oh, that was not a den marker. Nope, not that way. This way. It's getting darker this way. Could be anywhere. Oh, here we go. Well, nope. Whoop. This way? This way. Somewhere. Oh, it was dark enough. Yeah. So around here, hopefully... Oh, wait, I think I see it. Over here? Yep. So now technically we have 5 dens, and we're actually going to mark near this den. But technically now we have 5 dens. Okay, she's just marking around. Now, White Stripe's starting to get tired, and as much as it's a hassle because of the fact that it adds on extra time, we are actually going to might have them rest before they have their pups. So, and though their territory is pretty high right now, we kind of did that on purpose. So let's go. So yeah, this should be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this should equal out to 15. Yes, it's a little bit of an oddly shaped territory, but like, eventually we are going to expand territories and it's going to get bigger and bigger. And heck, maybe after like a few generations of White Stripes pack, which we need a new name. We're not going to call this the Blood Rose pack. I need you guys to recommend pack names in the description below or in the chat. I need pack names for these guys. We need White Stripe to have his own pack. And I'm not going to call it the Stripe pack or something unless people want me to. But, we're going to go across the river over here and put our marker over here. But, we're going to go... Let's put it in between these rocks. Why not? But... White Stripe, I might make his name themed with things with stripe, so I'll probably like call a pup Zebra Stripe or Tiger Stripe, or we might do our first letter of pups with the theme of stripe as the last name for the first letter. Either that or we can do stripe. Oh, you know what? You know what we're gonna do? Since Mama's last name has Heart and Daddy's last name has Stripe, for this first letter, the first pups, males are going to have Stripe as a last name, and females are going to have Heart as a last name. Now, not all pups will have a last name. I'm just putting out the idea out there. Okay, we're about to head to another pack territory, which I'm actually going to go to about right here before we do, because that way I have a better chance of regenning this territory. Now, you can reset your set markers after a while. When you go to remark them, after about 24 hours, you can remark them when they're under 50 to kind of make it easier for your wolf. Okay, we'll probably go right here. We can go a little bit further. Let's say here. Because that's like right next to the den. And if this one ends up going down, then I'll be surprised. Because this is the den we're going to end up going to first. Ow. Hopefully I moved my mic away in time for that. Gotta love people without sneezes. Sneezes. There we go. Okay. There we go. It's 85. Oh, she wants you to play bow. Let me see if I can do a play bow. Yes. No, I can't. I can't do a play bow. I'm sorry. This is going to be our first den. Now, on bright side, they can get flooded. Rock dens and fox dens can get flooded, but rock dens are less likely to get flooded, I believe. Either that or it's the opposite. But every time I get a fox den, it gets flooded so dang easy. If it was my opinion, I'd say they're pretty 50-50 on getting flooded. So anytime there's a storm, I check after the storm to see if it flooded. Alright, we just need this one, and then we're done. Now, we do have a den over here, which will be another den of mine that I do use. This is a great, like, setup in case you get too many fleas in this den, which we're actually going to zoom in because this is our main den site, so we just need to keep an eye on our dens. In case we get fleas in one den, there's another den, like, right next door that we can go to and stay in, and if that den gets fleas, we can go back to the other one, so it's a little way of It's not cheating the system. I don't know what the word is for it, but it's a nice little way of making it easy for you. So if you're just starting the game, this is a good setup at first. Alright, let's keep going this way until we get out of the territory. There we go. Oh look, it's stuck. So, this is where we get to name our pack. Now, if you are here and you are able to say it in the chat, please name the pack. If not, we're just going to call it the Stripe Pack for now. Hi, Mima. Can I help with this? The boops. The boopity boops. Okay. Alright, stream has been going for about minute 49. We're gonna call this the Stripe Pack for now. But, please leave suggestions in the comments, like the Heart Pack, Stripe Heart Pack, Heart Stripe Pack, whatever. Try to leave suggestions for what our pack's gonna be called, because I want something creative. We're going to choose a den. Now, before we actually go and choose a den, we are going to, if needed, rest our wolf. Yeah, because see, he's not fully rest yet. So, we're going to give it one good howl before bed, because this is our only really low territory. Now he's saving this chunk for his mate and himself, depending on who needs it more. But see, his wakefulness is 8, so he needs to sleep. He will not be able to go regen territory and take care of pups with so small wakefulness, because it'll drain his stam. Alright, so it's not full wakefulness, but it's something. And we still need the territory to be pretty strong before we do anything else. Alright, so maybe we can play a little bit of pups before we have to end this off. Which, I mean, would be great, because that'd be one fast moving frickin' stream. Alright, this is going to be our den. We are going to leave our meat chunk right here. And if our mate wants to eat it, she can eat it. Oh, look, she actually has a belly. Look at that. Come here for a sec. No, come here. Sit. Something. No, don't eat my meat yet. No. I want. Hang on. I'm going to pick this up. I know I let her eat it, but, like, I don't want her to eat it yet. I want to show you. She actually has a belly, because she's withholding pups. And that's a pretty big belly, so probably a lot of pups. She's getting anxious. She's like, hurry up and get the den. Now, it's raining right now, so there's a chance that it will get flooded. We're just going to call this den 1. Ready for your pups. They will be arriving soon. Let's see. Let's see. See, now he's fully... Okay, so I'll probably start not worrying as much about it, because it looks like he automatically gets full sleep afterwards. It's your birthday. Your pups will be born any day now, which means it's your birthday, too. That means you have survived another year as a wild wolf in Yellowstone. Now, if you'd like, you can advance a year in age. With the age comes changes. Sometimes good, sometimes not. Review your choices and decide if you want to advance as you are, or stay 2 years old wolf. So these are our perks. You can have increased health, strength, speed, stamina. Right now, he's good on strength and speed. He needs, I think, more health and stamina. Now we can pick one more, which is a fun parrot. Social play emotes boost pack affinity faster. Pups never get tired of socializing, no cooldown period. More likely to have a larger litter next year. Sick pups are more likely to recover. Competitors are more likely to flee per player. Competitors are more frightened when you snarl or growl at them. Prospective mates are more interested when you meet them. More rival wolves are courtable. Now, we're not, because of his White Stripes personality, youthful prowess, yes, it would be nice, but he would be more of the fun parent. He would be the one wanting to play with the pups and socialize with them. Now, basically what all these do is just boots you. So, I'll read them to you guys, but it's simple. Strength. Do more damage when attacking prey and competitors, which he has some strength, so he's good with that. Health. Boost your maximum health level by 75 health points, which we boosted his level of health. Trot, gallop, and sprint faster. And stamina. Boost your maximum stamina by 10%, which is what we did. So, we're going to advance to age 3. Now, this is where I'm going to make it completely up to you guys. From this stream to the next one, you can either put it in the comments or say in a future stream, but this is where you guys get to decide whether or not I continue him on and go up to age 4, or after age 3, we pick an heir and we continue on with that heir. There is a chance that White Stripe might come back, but you guys get to decide whether or not we continue on with him or we go on to his next litter or heir of a pup. Keep in mind, the more older he gets, the more pups he gets, and the more options we have to pick from. So, he is now 3 years old and his mate is now 4. Holy crap. We have a big litter. Now, normally wolves can have up to 9 pups, but the max amount of pups you can have in the game is 7. So, we got a big litter. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 females and 3 males. So 3 of them are going to have stripes in the name and 4 are going to have heart. So we're going to call one Blackheart because the mom is a black in color, and I'm very curious, and I actually looked it up, and I might as well tell you guys now. I know he's a white wolf and the mother is a black, so there is a high chance of gray, black, and wolves, but there's also a chance of white wolves. I looked it up on the actual WolfQuest Wiki, I don't know. You know what I mean, but the WIKI place, the Wikipedia is what I'm going to say because that's easier for me to say. I looked it up on their Wikipedia, and apparently there is no chance of getting a white pup anymore. If you want a white pup, it has to be judged through really light colored pups, like very light colored cream pups or gray pups. Those are the pups that are going to grow up to be white. So, I believe this was female 1. I don't know if this is important, but we're going to put that in there. We are going to do Big Heart, I guess, or no, we'll call her Rose Heart, in a way to honor like his other pack, because his old pack was the Blood Rose pack. He's gonna call one of his pups Rose Heart, because she is going to be the like a little way to give them, be like, hey, I'm not part of your pack anymore, but I did name a pup after you, so still appreciate you guys, kind of thing. Okay, now we have, we're going to call this one Bold Heart. Now, if you watch my SSO videos, I actually have a horse named Bold Heart, but that horse is a male, and his nickname is Blue Fang. But Bold Heart is a really cute name. And we'll call one, I really am thinking of either Sorrow Heart or Sweetheart. Sweetheart would be really cool. Sweetheart. Alright. So you can actually have an excuse to call your kid Sweetheart and be like, Sweetheart, come on. Alright, so we got Stripe, we got a male, so we're gonna call this one, I honestly like Tiger Stripe as a name, so we're gonna do that. And now, because these are males, Stripe has already been pre-put in. Alright, hang on. I have to adjust something because it's a little bit of like OCD. Nope, didn't mean to do that. F. Just because I have a little bit of OCD. Then we have, let's name this stripe. I honestly want to name one Zebra Stripe. And watch Zebra Stripe be like a light color. That'd be cute. Alright, and then we have White Stripe. Well, why not name one Black Stripe? So we have Black Heart, Rose Heart, Bold Heart, Sweetheart, Zebra Stripe, Black Stripe, and Tiger Stripe. Now, if you want them to have another litter, feel free, suggest pup names, because there is a really good chance that your pup name will be put in the pups. I will also be asking friends to think of pup names as well. But, the pups all look brown in here, but that's because they were just first born. Let's take a look at what our pups look like. I like to go in T-view. Alright, here we go. For 4 weeks old, now 4 weeks old, your pups are too big for the den. As they spend their days playing outdoors, socialize with them, and play with playful motes, increase the affinity closest of your family pack. If they're playful, play with them. If they're hungry, feed them. If they stray too far from the den, go find them and carry them back. Pups mostly eat meat regurgitated by you and your mate. Soon they will be weaned, depending on you to bring them food. You must also protect them from predators who may see a wolf pup as an easy target. Keep feeding your pups until they weigh 15 pounds. Then it will be time to journey to the summertime revenue site. And it's just telling me how to raise my pups. Alright. So Rose Heart is like a black. So is Bold Heart. Tiger Stripe, we're going to say that he's the one that kind of grows up like Mom. Same for Zebra Stripe. Are there any light colored ones? Alright, Black Stripe seems pretty light. So he might end up growing up to be a white. Yeah, he's one of those tan ones. Oh, here comes Mom. And then there's Sweetheart. And then Blackheart. Blackheart is our lightest pup, so he's probably going to grow up to be a lot more like Dad, but a good combo of Mom and Dad. I'm going to let all that get eaten up before I feed you guys. Oh, that was quick. Oh my god, they're pushing me. You're not eating, and that's not my fault. Okay. We're gonna congrat her on her big litter and tell her great job. I did not expect such a big litter. And see, now she doesn't quite have her belly anymore. Alright, who's still hungry? So, out of them all, our runt is Black Stripe. Okay, so Bold Heart hasn't really gotten a chance to eat, so where's Bold Heart? There he is. Here you go, buddy. Eat up, bud. I just fed you! I don't have a ton of food, Bold Heart. Is Mama gonna feed him? No? Maybe? Your siblings are gonna eat up all that food, and I gave you that food. One of the hard parts of dealing with a large litter of pups. Alright, so we have a good amount of them. I just need Bold Heart to eat a bit more. Yeah, I'm all out of food in my belly. Look at that. I'm at 80. Mom's at 94. Pups are pretty demanding, that's for sure. Okay, how's our den? Oh, we got an 18% over there. So after these pups eat, I might actually... this is hard because I want to bring Mama with me, but, and we need food to feed them anyway. Rose, what do you think you're doing? Come here. Yeah, okay, let's tell him to go in the den. Everybody in the den, because me and Mom need to go and hunt and go regen. Alright, while they're slowly making their way in the den. I'm gonna whine to her. Basically telling her to follow me. And... Sure you don't want to eat? Okay, we're gonna take this with us. Alright, I think she'll follow. Yeah, she's gonna follow me. Alright. Nope, we got a bison near the house. Why do we have a bison near the house? Oh, we have two. If there was only one, then he'd be tempted to go see if it was weak, but he's not gonna try that. So moving on. So there are bison near the home, so he's definitely going to be a lot more wary because he has a lot of pups that he needs to keep an eye out for. And that keeping an eye out for stuff is not really something he's good at, so... Okay, we possibly have wolves coming to visit us, so... Oh yeah, those are wolf howls. Basically telling them we're still here. Now we are a small pack. What is that? Oh. Oh, it's just telling me I've unlocked the cursor. Anyway. Nope, we got howls. So they're not close, so I'm not too worried. But we're definitely going to do an extra howl by the den once we get home. Just to make sure. Let's see if we can find some food along the way. Oh yeah, we're basically heading straight towards an elk herd, so... Maybe we can snag a bite to eat. Get a little drink of water. Okay, does my mate want that food? Go eat it. There you go. Yeah, she's gonna go carry it off and eat it. Alright, I think she's done. Let's go. Nope. White Stripe will take any food he can get. Now, sometimes we're probably going to make it where he can't see a rabbit run by, so he misses out on a good meal for him and his pups because of his partly blind ass. You're just going to carry it? Or are you going to actually... Okay, good. She ate it. Mate's happy. Other mate's happy. Gotta keep the female happy. She is the one burying your family, after all. Oh. So see, like in this case, he would not see this unless he stopped and looked at it. Now, in this case, will be like Whiteheart will tell him, like, hey, there's a rabbit over there. Can't you see it? And he's gonna tell her that he's blind. Oh, and he mistakens it for a coyote. But he does see a rabbit walk by, so he goes after the rabbit while his mate takes care of the coyote. As much as he wants this food for himself, yes, his mate is almost full, but he still wants to feed her before himself. He'd rather her be full and have food for the pups than him. He can always go and hunt if he needs to. She's just gonna stay fed. Alright. And now he's gonna keep heading and hope that they run into, like, a deer or something while they're running over to go mark up the den. Because, I mean, those pups took a lot of food out of him. so he's probably not really feeling like he can take care of them right now. Another coyote. He gives it one good bite, basically to tell it to fuck off a little bit. Makes it nice and wounded. He lets his mate decide if she wants to continue going after it while he goes and regens the territory. Now, we have no scent marker because of how low this thing has gotten. So, he's going to use this opportunity to put the scent marker in an easy to reach spot. And there you go. 75%. So he's going to give it a nice good howl. There we go. And so is she. Now, what their main concern should be is finding food. Oh yeah, they have male dispersals in the place, so he's gonna go and find these males and chase them off, because they might be trying to take, one, his mate away, and two, be trying to, like, pick a fight. So he's just making sure that they're in another pack territory and they're not gonna do anything. So now that he's made sure his place is safe, he's gonna go and move on back to his home right here. Now, see, if we were playing a bigger territory, we could have taken, like, this whole place, but I'm not gonna do that. That is way too much for him. He doesn't have that big of a pack, but soon those pups are gonna grow up and they're gonna be big. So, alright. How long has the stream been going? Let's check this out. Okay, 2 hours and 9 minutes. So here's what we'll do. We'll hunt for a second, get us up some food, and once we head back to the den, that's where we're gonna end it off. And everybody's gonna have to wait until the next episode. Now, there is a likely chance that I will stream the next episode tonight, depending on what's going on, because I do want to stream a bunch of Wolf Quest, but so Wolf Quest is probably going to be a main stream for a while, because I want to work on this family. I want to get it up. But if you're watching this after the stream, leave comments on names. We still need a wolf pack name. Why am I just running around aimlessly? I need to find food. Alright, we got some territory markers over here because we are really on the edge of our territory right now. So, we don't really have any food, so... Oh, we got an eagle right there. So we better keep that in mind, because the eagle, if it ends up wandering to our home, it could pick off one of our pups. And because we have so many pups, I can probably guarantee first attack we get, one of the pups are going to panic. So, I guess we can go regen this one a little bit while we're trying to find food, and then we can go back down to the den. Oh, we got a den marker right here. But, I think this den, though, is in the other territory. Oh yeah, this den's really pretty. I like this den because of how pretty it is, but it's also very open. Oh, and this is my example why I have it on so low graphics. If I had it on high graphics right now, we would have bushes everywhere, and it'd be difficult to see the pups. Maybe in the future I'll put it on higher graphics to give myself more of a challenge, but we're just starting off relatively easy. Rabbit's right in front of him, he sees it, he grabs it, and he's sitting there looking at his mate like, okay, are you good? Are you full? He gives her a nice tail wag to try to ask and be like, hey, you okay? You all good? Because I'm hungry and I need to eat. She gives him a confident tail, being like, yep, I'm good. And we eat. Yum, yum, yum. It's not much food, but it's definitely a lot better than nothing. So, this is our territory. We're going to head over to the marker. Oh, and we got some mule deer tracks, too. Wonderful. Oh my goodness. We have a ferret that's kind of being all whiny right now. So I kind of remember where that is. Ooh, I don't know where this marker is, so hang on. We're actually just gonna howl a few times. And I don't want to mark here because I think our marker's closer to the den. Okay. This will get it up to like 70 or 80. Why? I don't want to cool down from socializing with my mate. Alright. Goal right now. Nope, we have a wolf howling back. Okay. Not close enough to be a worry. Let's go get these mule deer. Because he would smell the rabbit, but he'd be like, it's not close enough, I can't see it, so we're gonna move on. And that's where he sees the mule deer and goes, lunchtime. Yum yums. Whatever mule deer is having trouble keeping up is the one that he's gonna go after. Lucks out again with a weak mule deer. Bites it on the neck, holds it down for his mate to come in and take a bite, and it's dead. And they both get to eat and fill up their bellies. Now, depending on how low this carcass is will depend whether or not he marks it, because the crows and stuff will probably pick off the rations of it. Okay, he can't eat. There's not a ton left. His mate's full, he's full, and I mean, he'll mark it, but he's not confident that it will be here, because the ravens are already here trying to get their bite in, so I'm gonna let her howl, because it'll bring up the territory a little bit. Okay, she ate a little bit. Alright, now we can head home. And as much as I want to keep playing, because trust me, if it was up to me, I would play all fucking day for you guys, but I'm trying to keep these within parts, and we're already at the point where the pups are out, and we even got to play around with this section a little bit, so. Now, of course, this is not my first time playing the game. I've been playing the game. We don't need a den, so we're just going to skip it. But, we've been playing the game for a while, or I've been playing the game for a little while. So it's not, really new to me. I've been playing the classic version since it was a demo. I've been playing this game for a few years now. Since it came out to the public, I bought it. I've had my parents buy it for me, and I have been playing it, so I've been playing it for a few years now. But it's very on and off. I don't play it like straight on every single day. And there's still other series and stuff that I need to finish, so. But there are some series that I'll just enjoy doing more than others. Alright, we are home. And we have crows over by our house, which makes me worried. Alright, so. Here are our pups. Let's see who's gonna come say hi. A few. Oh, Mom's gonna feed them, so we'll wait for them to eat before we sleep. But, yeah, this is where I'm gonna end it with our 7 pups, our mates, and White Stripe's now new life to have to deal with. He was hoping for a smaller litter to start off with because this is a little bit overwhelming. But, I mean, at least he'll definitely have plenty of pups to possibly continue on the generation of his pack, which we still need a name for. So, yeah. We're going to leave it off at a good spot where we have a good, strong territory, a good litter of pups that are playing and having the bestest life, with a loving mate that he sees to be very vigilant and active. So, yeah. Possibly later today. We have a house, I'm just trying to see where it's coming from. But, hopefully in the next part we can get these pups all good to go. Maybe we can get them up to 15 weight before the end of the second episode or part. So, yeah, keep your eyes out. I will try to still at least stream on Wednesdays, but Thursdays and Tuesdays might change. I'm definitely going to be streaming a little bit more in the mornings and the afternoons, so that way it's just easier. But yeah, I will, as much as I want to keep streaming and letting you guys see the adorable little pups playing. Oh, we got a rabbit. So while Black Stripe was wandering around, oh, they're right there, they're fine. But while Black Stripe was out there, he saw oh look, a rabbit. Okay, so currently I have to manage some pups, tell them where to stay. But yeah, before I end up rambling on more, just keep an eye out. Next episode will definitely be posted because I do enjoy playing this game, even though it's stressful sometimes. And hopefully you guys, Roseheart, where are you going? That is definitely too far from the den, Missy. Come here. And sweetheart, you better follow Daddy back to the den. Come on. So Roseheart is already taken after her grandmother a little bit and being a wanderer and wanting to be kind of a loner. I mean, they're close enough, but they're not close enough to my liking. You know what? Everybody, in the den. If you're not going to stay in the area, you can go in the den. God. Alright. Anyway. Trying to end this off, and you guys are making it really difficult. Zebra stripe. In. Look at all the fucking sticks and stuff now. Look at that. But maybe in the next part I will show a little bit more of what the graphics are like. But because right now it doesn't seem so hard to see, but once I turn it on to full graphics, you will see why it's so hard to see. But anyway, this is where we're going to end it off. And I hope you guys enjoyed this part. We got pretty dang far in this part with Whiteheart as our mate. Please let me know in the comments below puppy names, mate names, just any name for a wolf in general, theme names for pups, or themes to name pups or litters. And let's decide on a pack name, because I want a creative pack name for White Stripe, because his whole point of this is to show that disabled wolves can still live a proper life, even though realistically it's not true, but in my storybooks and stuff, he can, because we're going to humanize them a little bit. So, anyway, I'll see you guys. Excuse me? Don't think Daddy's not watching. Daddy's tired. In the den. Okay, we're going to go in with them. Look at this full little stash of puppies. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye.